Okay, awesome stuff. I'm super excited about tonight. I have so many things that I want to share. This is not one of them. Okay, so first things that I want to go over is, it's like, is this good lighting? I hope so. Mastering your mindset. Let me shut this door. Mastering your mindset. Oh, here's Miranda. Okay, so I just got off my page. So one of the hardest things that you guys struggle with is your mindset. And sometimes what happens is we stay in something called like a business mindset cycle. And I want you guys to think about this, like in the middle of your page, put like business mindset circle, and then we're going to put some things around it. So on the top, and if you guys can think of some other things that associate with yourselves outside of what I'm saying, you guys can definitely add it for yourselves. But take a look at this chart after we get off the Zoom and think to yourselves, like, where are my cycles coming in? Okay, so you have your business mindset in the middle. And then one of the top things, like off to the side, would be your core beliefs. So sometimes those show up as like, I don't deserve this. I'm not enough to have the lifestyle that I want, things like that. And like I said, you guys can fill this stuff in later. I'm going to try and go a little fast because we only have like a certain amount of time on here. Then the next subject, like out to the side, will be thoughts. Some ideas of that is like, I don't know how to do that. Can I do that? Am I too afraid to do that? Am I nervous to put myself out there? Another one is emotions and attitudes. So you have those core beliefs, or I don't deserve this. Then you're thinking in your mind, I don't know how I can do this. And then that's going to bring you to emotions and attitudes, right? Some emotions you guys might be feeling from that is like anxiety, hopelessness, scared, sad, doubtful. And those emotions and attitudes bring you into your actions, which turn out to be procrastination, sabotage, avoidance, which then brings your business results, which equal stuck and stalled, which then goes around to your core belief. I knew I didn't deserve this. I knew I wasn't enough. Look at what's happening. So this is what your chart should look like. It might be, I don't know if it's hard, if it's see-through. So you guys see how you have like your business cycle, and then up here is your core beliefs, and you see how that trains into your thoughts, and then that trains into your emotions and attitudes, and that is what brings your actions, and then it's your business results, and then it goes right back around. And this is the cycle that just keeps happening. And that's why a lot of time people get so stuck, because that business mindset cycle is just going round and round in your minds, and you're not even noticing that all these things are connected. So it's important for you guys to sit down and figure out what your thoughts are in each of those sections, what those actions are for you, what emotions those are for you, what business results you're getting from that, right? And then we're going to break that cycle, and we're going to replace those things with the truth, right? That and not the lies that our mind's telling us. I love those doors behind you, Jessica. I just noticing that. Okay, so you want to become aware of your cycle. Okay, let's see here. Okay, so after you have that, okay, it's important to come up with a strategic plan. Okay, I will send you guys in the chat some blank forms that you guys can fill out. But the first thing that you're going to put on it is you're going to have your goal statement, right? And you're gonna really dig deep into what your goal is. And I'm going to say this, if you've already hit a certain, if let's say your goal is a rank, right? Like I know Jessica's is to get 1K. That's not a goal anymore. You've already achieved that. So it's not a goal. So your goal needs to be higher than that. It needs to be something that you haven't achieved, because your brain is having a hard time connecting the dots and being motivated to something that it's already done. It doesn't feel pushed to do that. So if you guys are saying like, I want to do something that you've already done, that's not deep enough. You guys aren't digging deep enough. We need something that gives us a lot of feeling, a lot of maybe, you know, I'm scared as hell to do this, right? You want something that like keeps you on the edge of your seat, and it pushes you into momentum and consistency. If you're doing something that you've already achieved and maybe lost, guess what your mind cycle is telling you when you do your business mindset? It's going to say, we already got that. We already lost it. forget it. Our actions are self-sabotage, procrastination. We'll stay stuck and we'll just keep going in the same cycle because you're not giving your brain anything to strive for. Okay. So when you guys do your goal statement, I want you to think of something that is new. And that is, sometimes you really have to break down what you need and figure out that goal. Don't just, this is your life and this is your dreams, right? And a lot of you have children. So they're looking at you and they're seeing, what should I shoot for, right? Mom says I could be anything I want to be, but I see her sitting there not being what she wants to be, or I see her not really dreaming about what she wants to be, right? Be that motivator for your children, be an action for them rather than just the words you're teaching them. So dig deep on that goal statement. Maybe that means it takes you the whole night to figure out what your goal is, right? Really figure out, we don't want something that's bullshit because it's going to be easy to just not do it, right? When you got the bar, Jessica, the goal was to finish it up and get it open, right? And it wasn't something simple that was like bullshit. Oh, I want to sweep the bar today, right? You knew it was a massive project and you set a goal in your mind and an end date, and you guys got that done, right? So you have to do the same thing, something big and deep and pushes you to get it done. Then you guys are going to go over some things that are called assets, your ruts and limits, and your action plan. So assets are valuable things that you have that will help you with your goal. Okay, maybe that is, I think Jessica had sent something that said she's good at closing the sale, right? So those are assets that you guys have. Think about what your asset is. Maybe you tell good jokes, or maybe you have like a funny humor. Maybe you're really good at starting conversations. Maybe you make people feel comfortable. Maybe you're really good at talking on lives. Figure out what your assets are. What are your personal assets that can help you with your goal statement, right? Then I want you to look at your ruts and limits. What things about you stop you from getting to that goal, right? It's important to, and next week we're gonna go over what to do when you're faced with those doubts and fears. But first we need to figure out what the hell they are, right? So that moving forward after next Sunday, you guys will have a plan on when I get those feelings, when I'm in that rut, when I'm having that limit, what I do. What are you doing? They always got to come in the room when I'm on the thing. Action plan is you're going to come up with what your action plan is going to be daily, monthly, weekly, yearly. Like, what is your plan? You cannot get somewhere. You can't say, okay, we have a goal statement to travel across America and we have no plan. You could be going to like Arizona, then back to Pennsylvania, then to California, then to Florida. You'll be all over the place, right? Where if you had a plan and you had it mapped out and you had where you were going, you'd hit everything, you'd save yourself money, you'd do all that, right? You guys can't expect to have a business and be a boss. Remember we spoke about last week, you guys are a boss. You're not doing a side gig, you're not an employee, you're a boss. Bosses don't just say, I'm going to open up this business and we'll see what happens, right? They have a goal statement. They know what their assets are. They know what their limits are, and they know what their plan is, so that you know, and that plan may look like, okay, when this person approaches me, I'm going to pull this asset for that. When this limit happens, I'm going to do that. Sometimes an action plan is more than just my DMOs, right? Those are important too. But you need an action plan as a business owner on what you need in all of the areas. So I'm going to send you guys blank sheets on that. So you guys can fill those in. I think that your DMOs are going to be dependent on what your goals are. Okay. So you guys can reach out personally if you need help with figuring out like what numbers you need to be doing. But we went over last week what the top tier people are doing. They're having 10 reach outs, what was it, 3 nurtures or something like that. I probably have the paper somewhere here. It was 20 touches, 10 nurtures, 3 people you're inviting to watch something, 4 people enrolling and their monthly income. So that was what we did last Saturday. Have you guys done inventory on your numbers of that? What was your week like from Sunday to Sunday? Where was your touches each day? Where was your nurtures each day? It's really awesome to get on here or to watch the recording and see it and take your notes and do your stuff. But if you're just closing the book after the video and you're not actually doing it week to week, you'll start to fall behind. And what's going to happen is you're going to start to fall back into that business mindset cycle that's not getting you anywhere. Okay. So don't give the effort to get on here and then not put the rest of the problem together, right? Your bosses, right? I am the boss. I am the boss. Tell yourself that every time you want to be in a rut, remind yourself, I'm the boss. Is this benefiting me or is this hurting me? Okay. So you guys are going to figure out your plan. Let's see how much time we have left here. How come it doesn't give me the time? Just as the total. That's frustrating. Okay. So let me see if there's anything else I wanted to go over in this section. I also have like a commitment poster for you guys. Here's Roro. Hey. I also have a commitment poster for you guys. I'm going to send in the chat. I want you to read through it. I want you to sign it, have it put up somewhere so you can see it. Let's see, business mindset cycle, plan for success. I went over that. I think we're going to do uncovering fear next week because I really want you guys to have a clearer picture of what we're going to do with those fears before we uncover them. I don't want to pack you guys in. So I think it's important to get your sheets done. Now, like I said, there's going to be, where is it? Plan for success. So I'm going to give you guys a daily success plan, a weekly success plan, and a monthly success plan. Fill them all out ASAP so that you know what to do come tomorrow. Okay. And if you don't have it done, which you should at least start it. If you get it done by tomorrow night, don't say I'm going to wait till next Monday to start. Just start the next day. You guys don't have to wait till a Monday to start. So now I want to go over some stuff to help you guys with your social media, and then we'll wrap up here. I have something that I'm going to have you guys test for 7 days. So there's 3 very important parts to dominating your business and mastering recruiting. I'm going to break this. We'll finish the other half of this next week as well, but I'm going to give you the first half. So the 3 important things is development, consistency, and the proper tools. Okay, consistency is a huge thing. And it's like the key to getting anywhere. Okay, you can't just do something one day and then not the other day, because you guys will understand as we go through this lesson, but people are looking for interesting people. And if you're just popping in and then you're leaving, you're out of sight, out of mind, and then you got to come back and start from scratch every time. Whereas if you just did a little bit every day and just shared a little bit every day, you would start attracting things. So with your development, and this is where the goal plan comes in, you have to know what you want so that you can accomplish it. You obviously have to have the right tools and consistency. So what makes people say yes easier to you, and I think Jessica's thing was that she's really good at closing. And do you know why Jessica's really good at closing? Because Jessica was out there on her Facebook every single day, right? She was interesting to people. People found it where she was like an influencer of things, right? They wanted to see what was going to go on the next day. It might not feel like that in the moment. You're like, no one's freaking watching me. This is stupid. But if you're out there and you're influencing people and you're closing sales like crazy, and top people are saying that that's the cake, right? And you're showing that your math added up to that. So how do we figure out how to be influencers, right? And you know what? That might bring up some limitations or ruts for you guys. Some of you guys, you might be like, I don't want to be an influencer. I don't want to be out there. I'm nervous, right? But then you have to also remind yourself, you're the boss, and bosses and businesses don't get exposure without being out there, right? So right there, if that's what you're feeling, that's a trigger that you're not in the right mindset. You're thinking like an employee, you're thinking like a side gig, you're not thinking like a boss. Okay. You have to do that action. So how do we figure out how to be an influencer, right? I want you guys to think about what is your individuality, right? Like a lot of people in network marketing, all you see is like products on their page. That's all there is. There's nothing separating them from the next company or the next person on there. What is it about you that separates you from everybody else? Okay. And how you figure that out is, what do you love doing and that you are doing when no one's watching you? Like, what is it that you love doing? I know I don't really see much of it anymore. It's probably because you have a baby now, but Miranda used to always be out with her dogs in the park. That was something that separated her, and she became an influence when it came to pets, because she was always showing things that she did regularly that made her an individual out there, right? To use your example again, Jessica, with the bar, there wasn't other people on their feed who were fixing up a bar with their family. There wasn't people doing that. That separated you from the rest. There wasn't other people publicly speaking about the trouble that their children went through in school. You were an individual and people were drawn to that, right? So I want you guys to think about 3 things. It's on the back. You're like right behind the screen room. I just moved it. So I want you to think of 3 things that you do that's your favorite thing to do right now. Like, what are 3 things that are your favorite thing to do? Maybe just sit there with like a blank piece of paper and think about like, and I don't want these to be things that you want to do in the future when you have your perfect life set out, right? I don't want to hear like, oh, I love to travel. If you guys aren't traveling multiple times a month, that's not something we're using. We need something that we use in our lives, actual lives, not our future manifested lives, something in our actual lives. Maybe that's cooking. Maybe that's playing with your baby, teaching your baby. I don't know. Maybe that's gardening. Maybe it's I don't know what is for you guys, but they have to be things that, so my things, I'll tell you my things. So I have like 9 of them that I wrote down, because I just figured I'm just going to write a bunch and then really feed through them. So I love making money. Who doesn't, right? I love homeschooling. I love DIY projects. I love being silly. I love being a dance mom. I love reading. I love being a mom in general. I love photography. I love self-development and healing. So think about, and that those are things that I love without like sharing, right? Those are just things that I love to do. I love rearranging my house all the time. Like, we are always constantly, we just literally rearranged our, yeah. And I was outside rearranging my outdoor as well. I was supposed to be on here. Okay. So to be an influencer, those are things we're going to shine with. And you want people to see that you were a student first. Okay. You don't want to come in and just be like, I know it all, I'm a leader in this industry, blah, 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 because you seem unattainable to other people. Yes, Roro, you love to blow up costumes. So that separates you 100%. Hey, Jen, thanks so much for hopping on. I'll post the recording too, so you could catch the first half. But you want people to see that you are the student first, okay? Maybe, I'll use Roro's example. Maybe she didn't know how to put that costume on for the very first time, right? There's going to be someone who's so confused, or maybe they're not going to know, like, they want to see that process of you being a human individual, right? Social media is where you document these things that you love to do. And it's important to be real. This is one of the things I was telling you guys. When you choose your things, you don't want to pick something. You're not going to build a following by being confident in your potential. You build a following by being confident in your now. and showing that what is good about that. And guys, don't overthink things, right? Don't be like, I don't have anything that I love to do. Like, I was actually thinking when I was rearranging, like, one of the things I love to do is be lazy and just lay on the couch. Like, and then I was thinking, like, how can I make that silly and fun on, like, as my document on social media? Like, there's probably tons of people who feel like that, right? Who just want to freaking break. How many moms just want to break? And it's like, yeah, that's something I would love to do when no one's watching, right? But it could be anything. Maybe it's like, maybe you love organizing your kids' dressers or something, you know, or maybe you enjoy doing puzzles, or maybe you enjoy country music, maybe you enjoy singing, maybe you enjoy pets, whatever it is, figure out at least 3 of them. Okay. You guys are going to have those 3 things on your page every single day, because these are things that you love and that you're doing. Okay. So let's see here. Okay. So now what you guys are going to test for the next 7 days is every day you're going to post on your pages 3 things, you doing 3 things. Maybe it's working out, right? And I don't mean just a selfie of you doing it. Get creative. If you don't know how to get creative with these things, okay, you're going to go look on Instagram, things that you love to do. Look at what other influencers in that same topic, what they're posting, right? Follow someone who has a proven path of that, who've already done it and cut the corners for you. Okay. So if it's exercising, go look at like a top exercising influencer on Instagram and see what type of stuff they post on their page. Recreate that. Be creative and put your twist on it. Put it on your page. Next 7 days, 3 things that you love to do if nobody was watching every day on your page. Okay, we're going to stack hard and build that influence up. Now, there's a second part to that. You are going to go find groups that have people who love to exercise, who love country music, who love gardening, whatever your 3 is. You're going to go find a bunch of groups that have those people in them. Okay, maybe you love making spells, maybe you love reading. Go join a book group. Go join, maybe you love roller skating. Go join a roller skating group. Every day, you're going to request from these groups, you're going to request 20 to 40 new friends that like already what you love to do. Okay. You're just going to request them and have more of those people on your page, because you're going to be easier able to not burn out if you're just living your life truthfully. Right? It's not, if it's something you love and you're sharing that, it's not hard to just be that. That's just who you are, right? And you'll have people who like to just be like that around you, which will then make it much easier for you to smoothly move in to offering them something that they may need, right? Because maybe you'll notice in my reading club, sometimes, you know, maybe my brain is so frazzled all day, it's hard for me to focus on the book. I have to reread the lines over and over again. It's too much. But when I take my brain spray, I don't feel like that. Or maybe you love doing like travel teams with your kids, but you're so tired doing 6 days a week going to those, or if they get hurt there, you have products that help in your niches. And I know that because all of our products are like daily choices that we use in our regular life. Like I cleaned my car today, I put the lemon essential oil in my car, right? Being a mom means, like, I actually was thinking, I carried in bags of stuff, but I carried in this one bag of I don't know how many shoes from the back seat of my car. And one of the things we're going to share this week is, let's count how many pairs of shoes my kids leave in the back seat of the car. And then I can also have, because one of my things was being a mom, right? Being a mom means that you're like a taxi cab driver, and yet these little humans in the back seat just trash the whole back of your car. They just drop all of their baby dolls, all of their shoes, all of their clothes, all of their things are back there. It's like, yeah, that's what they do. Yeah, I should have did a footage of what it looks like back there. It was crazy. So You see how smoothly it is for me to just genuinely say, look at all this crap. I cleaned out the cart. My husband cleaned the outside of it. If I had our new washer, I could have said he used that. I used the lemon spray inside, because it's honestly what I did with my life. Right? It's not just, hey, we have oil today. We have essential oil. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about that. They don't want to feel like you're posting to everybody. They want to feel like you're posting to a single person. And to be honest, we're not looking for everybody. We're looking for the right people, right? We don't care about everybody. Yes, it would be awesome if every single person used these in their lives, because it's amazing stuff. But let's be real, we're floating rock and people are wild, okay? We don't want all of them here with us, okay? So we want to try and focus down more on things that are actually us, things that actually make us individuals. And think about how cool that is too. Like, we're on a team where we focus more on being an individual rather than just everyone does the same thing and you either make it work or you don't. We teach people how to shine their light, right? I'm not asking Miranda and Jessica to be the same. I'm asking you guys to do the same tasks, but in your individual ways, right? Okay, so that's also something, you know, maybe some of you guys stay on the team or join the team because you enjoy the community aspect and you enjoy the self-development. Those could be things about you, and you guys can talk about how these things are helpful to you, right? Okay, let me see. I think that's all we're going to go over today. Point of the matter is we want to let people know who you are. We're going to keep it 100. You guys are going to test that for 7 days, 3 times a day. You guys are going to be sharing those things, those 3 different things about you. Get creative, and just go for it, right? Just be you. Just put yourself out there and be an individuals. Become creative, and also be, you guys, the other assignments were for you guys to get in those groups. Request those people every day, right? So by the end of the week, you should have a lot of new friends in there who like exactly what you like. And if you want, you don't have to just go through the group and do like add. Go through some of the posts and see what some people are saying. See if it's actually somebody that you like, right? It doesn't have to just be random people. Find people who like what you like. And then I'm going to send you guys those blank sheets for you guys to do your goal statement, your monthly, weekly, and daily plan. I think that is it. Oh, I know what I wanted. I forgot to tell you guys last week, and I almost forgot to tell you guys this week. So I want to open up to doing parties, okay? But I don't want them to be annoying. And I think that they are really huge, because if you look at the potential of what people can make, it really is an awesome party. And a lot of times when people do parties, they just get like store credit. Like, okay, you can pick whatever, you get like $60 in Touchstone. Like, these people can do parties and actually earn $400 or $500 if they put in the right thing. So I think it's clear to be clear with the people, like, hey, you have to invite this amount of people and have them be there, and then you can earn this, and have them excited to earn that money. The holidays are coming up, guys. Like, people are going to start doing their Halloween, their Christmas shopping. Like, now is the time. So you guys can also try and go through, you know, seeing who would be open to doing parties. I will help you guys run them. But I think I had a number. If we can try and get a lot of parties going, I can also do like giveaways on top of it to entice people. My goal is for this team to go to like 30,000 in volume over like the next like 60 days or less. So if you want to be a part of that rise, figure out your stuff before next Sunday, because we're going to move into some other things. We're going to work on fear so that there's no more blockages for you guys. You guys are going to have your clear plan for your business. You guys already know that you are bosses, and we are gonna go after those goals that you guys set for yourself. Okay. So work on that. See if you guys can get a couple of people to do parties. Maybe just set a goal to get like maybe 2 people each, 2 serious people that want to do a party. And we can get them set up preferably before the end of the month. So this way, and you guys, if these people are bringing in that amount of money, all that volume's going under you guys, and it will get you guys like either halfway or already ranking at a goal. Okay. If you have 2 parties and they each get 8 customers, that's like huge for you guys. That's 2 new affiliates with it. Think about those people. If they had 8 customers each, and then we help them people do the same thing, things can pick up really fast. But it's up to you guys as bosses to find people that are serious about that. And maybe that means stop looking for people when you go to their page and you're like, they're just gonna bullshit me. Go hire. Go hire. I've been talking to people who are like high up people. I don't care. I'm a boss and I know what I can bring to the table, and I know what you guys can bring to the table. So stop limiting yourselves with that bullshit. Okay. Just go out and get the life you want with the system that we've given you. Okay. So good call. I will upload to YouTube and send it in the group chat once it's up. And I'm gonna, when we have off of here, I'll send the blank sheets for you guys. Okay. If you have any questions or need any help with figuring out those plans or your dailies, just message me. But I just want you guys all to promise me one thing, that you guys are gonna stop being in that business mindset cycle that we talked about in the beginning. You're going to stop staying stuck, and we're going to shift that, and you guys are going to actually show up with the potential that you have. Stop the excuses, stop the sabotage, stop the procrastination. Okay. So and I put myself in that too. I have to promise that to myself too, right? It's not just me calling you guys out. I'm the student with you guys, all right? I'm just sharing what I'm learning along the way. So I love you guys. I'll upload. And if you have any questions, reach out. Have a great Sunday, guys. Good night.